If this story bears any resemblance to the British Navy, may I be hoist on a column 145 feet high in the center of London.
In all my 40 years in the service, I've never read such an outrageous collection of misinformation.
I think the figures are only meant as a guide.
A guide? Good heavens, if the country acted on these figures, we'd be bankrupt within a week.
Yes, sir.
Listen to this. Even with a £7 penalty, Danny Boy's quite capable of romping the Cambridgeshire. Romping it, he couldn't even crawl it.
No, sir.
This fellow worked under me, I'd have him beached.
Yes, sir. I think we're nearly there, sir.
Where?
The Admiral, sir.
Oh, yes. Why do they have to have a disciplinary board when Kempton's on, eh?
Oh, I think we ought to be through by lunchtime, sir.
Court-martial the lot, that ought to do it.
Yes, sir.
It's about time they put him in mothball. Him off to the jetty.
I'm sorry about all this, sir.
Yes, so am I. I've left a lot of unfinished business, I may
The fact
tell you.
is, I have a very serious complaint.
Great Scott, is it catching?
No, sir, I meant I'm making a complaint about Lieutenant Fairweather.
Oh, I see what you mean. Lieutenant Fairweather, who's he?
From the Admiralty Research Stations, I sent you his dossier.
Did you?
In the briefcase, sir.
Oh, well, we've got a lot of things in here, haven't we?
As I explained on the phone, sir, I consider this a matter of extreme urgency.
Yes. What's the fella done, eh?
He shot a 2-ton rocket through my bathroom window, sir.
He did what?
Shot a rocket through my bathroom window.
And were you?
Yes, sir.
Most embarrassing.
The Navy's missiles aren't good enough for Fairweather, sir. He has a mania for trying to improve them.
And for pointing them in the wrong direction, it seems.
I realize we need all these specialists, sir, but this man must be removed immediately.
What do you mean, from the Navy or from the stations?
As far away from the station as possible, sir.
Yes, of course. Where is this fellow? Is he here?
He's outside, sir.
Well, get him in at once, otherwise I'm going to miss the first race. I mean, the first law.
Send in Lieutenant Fairweather immediately.
Quickest thing would be to pass him over to a court-martial, wouldn't it?
Unfortunately, sir, Fairweather's uncle is the commander-in-chief.
I see. Extenuating circumstances. Come in. Lieutenant Fairweather.
Good morning, sir.
You know why you're here?
Yes, sir, and if I might be allowed to explain.
You fired one of Her Majesty's rockets.
No, not one of Her Majesty's, sir. One of mine.
One of yours?
Yes, well, I call it the Fairweather Falcon Mark III.
Fairweather Falcon?
My own invention, sir. A special homing missile.
It turned out to be the commander's home.
Yes, that's quite true, sir, and I have apologized most profusely to the commander, and he has every right to be upset. But you see, I think I know what happened, sir. My missile is attracted to the disturbance of water caused by an enemy ship's propeller.
My house hasn't got a propeller.
Exactly, so I can only assume that just as the rocket passed over the commander's house, some sudden flush of water...
Silence.
I beg your pardon, sir.
There appears to have been a similar error of judgment with the Fairweather Mark II.
No, sir, that was quite different. There was a faulty electrical circuit, sir.
Well, it seems to have changed the wavelength of every radio-controlled rocket on the base.
To say nothing of the Sutton Coalfield television transmitter.
That mightn't be a bad thing.
Yes, I quite agree, sir.
Shut up.
I beg your pardon, sir. It was only momentary, sir, no worse than sunspots and...
Fairweather, the time's come to post you where you can do no more damage.
Yes, I do see that, sir, but if I might be given one more chance to give a practical demonstration...
We're going to give you one more chance, Fairweather, to stay in the Navy. Oh, Lord, get officers' appointments.
Yes, sir.
See what they've got at Scarpa Flow.
Excuse me, sir. I'm afraid I can't go to Scarpa Flow.
Why not?
That was the Fairweather Falcon Mark I.
Blew a hole in the mole?
Well, they were planning to demolish it anyway, sir. Officers' appointments?
Yes? Who? Fairweather. Oh, no, sir. Not again.
There's nowhere else. He's been everywhere already. All right, we'll try.
I suppose we couldn't send him to sea.
What, and scuttle the fleet?
Well, we've run out of shore bases. Unless... the mothball fleet.
The mothball fleet. What have we got?
Well, we can go through them all, sir.
Fine. Gravesend, Tilbury, Rochester, Rothsay.
Well, he can't get into trouble in a ship that's laid up. HMS Barclay? Do you know anything about the Barclay, sir?
Never heard of her.
Well, according to this, she's been in mothballs for the last 3 years in a place called Meadows End in Suffolk.
Who's the CEO?
Doesn't seem to have had one for the last 2 years, sir.
What? Good grief. Someone's dropped a clanger.
Yes, we have, sir.
Put that back in a file. Someone had better be posted immediately to...
Fairweather!
In any other branch of the services, you would have been court-martialed. But as this is the Navy, you are to be posted to a ship as officer in command.
Officer in command, sir?
Yes.
Well, this is wonderful.
There's a place in Suffolk called Meadows End.
Well, that's nothing, sir. There's a place in Wales called Landvia Bosquin Gitgitgitgoros Wellendrel Wostlandicilio Gos.
You'll proceed to HMS Barclay, moored at Meadows End.
I will indeed, sir.
It's a small place, a little off the beaten track.
Well, that's all right, as long as it's near the water, sir. Meadows End.
You will report there at 1800 tomorrow.
Yeah, I guess, sir.
All right, Fairweather.
Thank you. So sorry. Thank you very much, sir. Excuse me, sir. Which way to Meadows End? Is it this way or that way?
If I was going to Meadows End, I'd go to the Pig and Whistle.
I bet you would. But tell me, which is the quickest way?
Can't you read the signpost?
It's because I can read the signpost that I'm asking you which is... Right, thank you. Down this way, not that way. Right. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, good afternoon. You came by the shortcut, I see.
I came by the shortcut and I can't see. Is there anywhere I can wash?
Of course. Anything for the Navy. Follow me.
Very kind.
This way. Lily, soap and towel for the lieutenant.
Oh, Lieutenant, eh? He can have a clean towel.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Lily.
Anything for the Navy.
Really?
This way, dear.
Yes.
Well, I must say, it's very refreshing to find people who appreciate the Navy.
Appreciate them? I don't know what we do without them.
Well, how charming.
If you let the cold tap run for a minute, it'll get hot.
Cold tap.
And if you want to wash your hands, it's in there.
Thank you. That's all right. Come in.
I was just putting some linen away.
You carry on.
Thank you. You're a bit off target, Lieutenant.
Is that Lily?
No, this is Susanne.
Suzanne, hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Did you want to see Lily?
Not anymore.
Here you are, Lily.
Ah, Lieutenant, scrubbed and refitted, eh?
Well, I'm extremely obliged to you. May I buy you a drink?
No. The Navy never pays in this house.
Really?
Suzanne, what'll it be?
Well, a pink gin if I may, but I'd really like to pay.
Oh,
Right now.
no.
Oh, thank you so much. You here all the time?
Oui, he is my uncle.
Oh, he's your uncle?
Yes, you see, my uncle's daughter goes to Paris to learn French with my mother, who is her aunt. And so I came to learn English with her father, who is my uncle. Vous comprenez?
Not a single word, but it sounds absolutely wonderful.
Well, Lieutenant, you're very good help.
What's your Lou?
No. Beatty, is it all right?
Yeah, I'll put it in the woodshed. What's your Suzanne?
Hi, Betty.
Usual, please, Lou. I'm sorry, sir.
That's all right, Beatty. Carry on.
Thank you, sir.
One of the boys from the Barclay.
HMS Barclay?
I don't know what we do without them.
Really? Well, isn't that nice?
Uncle says they're the finest, smartest bunch of lads you could hope to meet.
Smartest bunch of lads, eh?
And Uncle says HMS Barclay is a real credit to Her Majesty's Navy.
Well, I can't tell you how happy that makes me, because I'm her new commanding officer.
Hey!
Cooky, quick, where's the bosun?
1-4 of steady. What's up?
There's an officer coming aboard, that's what's up.
An officer? Do me a favour. An officer.
Bosun!
Watch it now, watch it, watch it. You'll have them broody.
We'll all be broody if I don't find the bosun.
Up on the bridge doing the accounts. Why, something wrong?
Yes, we're right up it, mate.
Well, I think our last days would come, wouldn't they, my darlings?
£2.3 and 4 pence halfpenny.
Bosun.
£2
we're in
3
trouble.
and 4 halfpenny. £1.11 and 10 pence halfpenny.
He's only... Bosun, he'll be here any minute.
£1.11 and 10 pence halfpenny.
He's only down at the Pig and Whistle, and there he was, standing in the other bar. Oh, that's all right. Carry on, Beatty, he said.
Now, wait a minute. Who said what?
Our new commanding officer.
Or what?
We've had an officer posted.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not. I heard it with my own ears. Oh, I'm the new commanding officer, he said.
Oh. Oh, it's a fire. All right, steady. Lose that lot, quick.
Lose them?
Yes, we got an officer coming.
Oh, stone the crow.
Never mind about the claws. Lose the chicken.
Come on in, my darlings. Come on, my darlings. Back to Bye-byes. Come on in, my lovers. Oh, you beautiful things, you. In you go, little darling. Nice and quietly. That's right. No, one at a time. Don't be hasty.
Cooky, down you go, quick.
Hang on, Buzz, I'm teaching you
Target,
paper.
man, we got an officer coming aboard.
You mean it's true?
Get this lot out of the way.
Hey, wait a minute, that's my private property. What's the matter with you?
Stop and listen to me. Cancel the orders.
But they're all in the oven.
Cancel the orders. Beatty. Beatty, nip back to Billy's. Tell him no more collection till we got this lot sorted out. Right. Scouse, open the radar tower. Keep a lookout. Bunts, get that washing off the line.
Aye, Buzz.
Action stations.
Hoist.
All right, lads. Let's get these out the way and lose those.
Hey, wait a minute. What are you doing?
I'm trying to keep us all out the rattle. That's what happened.
Oh, but look, I had 17 and he turned up...
Will you listen to me? Any second now, through that door is going to walk the new commanding officer of HMS Barclay.
No.
Yes, so you better look lively and get everything ready for him.
What'll I do about my goods?
How many you got?
12, half painted.
Batten them down, put a notice on the door, keep out rabies, lurgy, anything you like. Anyone in the boiler room?
Boiler room? It's going full tilt.
It would be.
Sir, I admire you and I respect you. But right now I could do you.
I don't know what to do with Esmeralda. She won't listen to me.
Get her down below, man, quick. Go on, get her out of the way. Go on, man. Pull her, don't cook her. Get her out of it.
Ah, Chief Petty Officer.
Sir.
I'm Lieutenant Fairweather.
Yes, sir.
Your new commanding officer.
No commanding officer?
Yes.
Oh, I see, sir. Well, sir, I am the bosun, Chief Petty Officer Doherty, sir.
Oh, how do you do, Doherty?
How do you do, sir? I've been in charge since the last officer left.
Really? Didn't they tell you I was coming aboard?
No, as a matter of fact, Oh, man.
Oh, thank you so much.
We've been a bit out of touch with the base lately, you
So
know.
that sometimes has its advantages. I wonder
Yes,
if you
sir.
mind having these taken aboard.
I'll fix a working party right away, sir.
How many men do we have aboard?
11 men, sir, including myself. Shall I get them fell in for you, sir?
Well, yes, if it's not too much trouble.
Of course not. Hands, Foley! Ship's company, shot!
Lieutenant.
Well, it certainly bears out everything I've heard about you in the village. Your smartness and your efficiency. Now, I'm Lieutenant Fairweather, your new commanding officer. You don't know much about me yet, but you'll be surprised how much I already know about you. Now, I realize it must have been rather tricky for you having to cope without an officer on board, but I'm sure you've been managing to make the best of it.
All I want you to do in the future is to carry on exactly as you have in the past. And I'm sure that in so doing, you'll be able to keep up the good relations already established with the people on shore. Is that a chicken, Bosun?
I believe it is, sir.
I never thought I'd see a chicken on board ship.
Neither did I, sir. Any of you lot know anything about chickens?
I know a little bit, Bosun.
Well, grab that bird and put it back ashore.
Aye, Bosun.
Next thing we know, we'll probably find a whole nest of eggs in the gun turrets.
Oh, yes, sir, yes.
Carry on, Bosun. Perhaps tomorrow I can have a look round the ship.
Thank you, sir. Sir,
Yes?
shall we be observing the usual custom, sir?
Well, I hope so. What is it?
Well, new commanding officer, double rum rations.
Double rum. Yes, indeed. Me too.
Right, lads. Splice the main brace.
3 cheers for the new commanding officer.
Hip hooray! Hip hooray! Hip hooray!
Perkins? Sir, the steward Perkins, sir.
Oh, how'd you do, Perkins?
Perkins, show Lieutenant Fairweather to his cabin and grab that bag, right?
If you'll just step this way, sir. Kind. Thank you. Well, I think you better clear deck and give him space to maneuver.
Did you bring any more luggage, sir?
Oh, yes, it's in the car.
I have it brought down, sir.
Thank you.
This is your cabin, sir.
Oh, by the way, you'll be getting a rocket later.
What for,
For my experiments. I'm in research. Rocket research. And if they think I'm going to drop my project, they're out of their Whitehall mind.
Yes, sir. Is it a very big rocket, sir?
10 foot, nose to tail. It's the Fairweather Falcon Mark 4.
Where were you thinking of putting that, sir?
Well, I thought we'd stick it up on the bridge.
On the bridge?
Look, right now, I'd like a bath more than anything. I took the shortcut.
Well, I'll run it.
No, don't you worry. I want you to go to the car, if you will.
Yes, sir.
There are 2 oxygen cylinders and a couple of carboys of distilled water. You might see they're very carefully unloaded. Would you mind?
Very good, sir.
Thanks very much.
You haven't been in command of a ship before, sir.
No, as a matter of fact, I spent most of my service ashore.
And I expect we shall be a little rusty on our ship's routine.
I expect we shall, but I'm sure the bosun's got everything very well organized.
Oh, you can say that again.
I said I'm sure the bosun's got
distilled water, sir.
Yes, thank you. Perkins? Perkins? I'd like a hanger. Perkins?
Come on now, lads, come on.
It's heavy, Buzz.
How can oxygen be heavy? It's lighter than air. Heavy. Yes, sir.
I don't appear unreasonable, but there's a pig in the wardroom.
A pig, sir?
A pig, yes, and quadruplets on the floor.
Oh, yes, sir. That'll be the sow, Esmeralda.
Esmeralda?
Yes, sir, the ship's mascot.
Never heard of a ship having a pig as a mascot.
Is there anything in Queen's regulations to say that we can't have one, sir?
Is there anything in Queen's regulations to say that she's got to share the wardroom?
No, sir. Permission to remove her, sir.
Yes, thank you, certainly. Pig in here. What I want to know is where's the other one?
Oh, there's only one, sir. One ship, one mascot.
Well, you're not going to tell me that the stork brought that lot.
No, sir, no. You see, ship's mascots are allowed weekend passes the same as the rest of us, sir. I'll go and get the rope, sir.
Ship's mascots? Maintenance, maroon, martial law, mascot. Quiet!
All right, who is it?
It's only me, Bosun.
Oh! I beg your pardon,
I just thought I'd pop along and tell you there is nothing in Admiralty instructions to say that we can't have a pig on board.
You must be very relieved, sir.
We don't want to consciously break the regulations, do we?
We certainly don't, sir. I'll just get me jacket on.
No, please stay as you are. This is quite an unofficial visit. I just thought I'd ask you about the arrangements for the men's pay.
The men's pay, sir?
Pay parade. When are the men paid?
On payday, the same as everyone else.
Yes, I realize that, but presumably from now on I shall be taking over pay parade.
And rightly so, sir. Rightly so. I mean, I must confess that it's been a burden that's been thrust on my shoulders. I'm not an overeducated man, and it's just through honest hard work that I am where I am today.
Well, I must confess, when it comes to naval procedure, I'm a bit rusty myself.
Well, sir, if there's anything I can do to enlighten you, I shall only be too pleased.
Well, let's start with the pay ledger, shall we?
The pay ledger?
Is that a cyclamen?
Yes, it is.
It's very magnificent, isn't it?
Couldn't we do that tomorrow, sir? I mean, you must have had it.
No, I'll have a look at it now, if I may.
Hard day. Perhaps you'd like a drink while we're going through the pay ledger.
What a magnificent cocktail cabinet.
Yes, sir. It's a present from my father.
Present from your father, eh?
He's in the trade, sir.
Trade, really?
Yes. Is there anything else I can get you, sir?
No, no, thanks. Just the pay ledger.
Maybe you'd like to have a cigar.
No cigars. Coronas?
Yes, sir.
Say, how magnificent.
Present from my brother. He's in the trade too, sir.
Well, I think I'll smoke it while we're going through the ledger.
The pay ledger, sir.
Good, is that it?
Yes.
Rather a strange place to keep it, isn't it?
Well, it helps to keep the pages pressed nice and...
Well, you certainly do yourself jolly well down here, Bosun.
Yes.
The eiderdown is a nice comfort.
That's a present from my sister, sir.
Is she in the trade, too?
I'd rather not talk about my sister, sir.
Oh, I'm sorry. Got a match?
Yes, I have, sir. Yes.
Well, let's see. Ship's company of 59. Now, that can't be right. 59?
That was when the ship was being run proper, sir. I mean, before we had a proper crew. This is the page, sir.
Well, then, so the ship's company of 29.
Yes, well, that's right, sir. And yet it isn't right.
Well, don't you say there were only 11 of you, including yourself?
Absolutely correct, sir.
Got a match?
Yes, I have, yes. Absolutely correct. That's if you want to find the mean average, sir.
Bosun, I'm sorry, but I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, if you double the total and divide by 4.6, you'll find that you get the mean average.
Divide by 4.6?
Yes, to find the common denominator, sir.
There's no sense in it. You might as well say double it and take away the number you first thought of.
Well, we all have our own way of doing things.
Yes, well, my way is how many crew, how much pay, total it up.
Yes, well, that's a very excellent way of doing it. But you wouldn't have to forget about the victualling, the lodging, and the non-substantive allowances.
Victualling?
Yes, the victualling, sir. Then, of course, there's the punishment fund, the family allowances, and the National Health Fund.
The National Health Fund?
Oh, yes, sir. And then, of course, you mustn't overlook the sports fund allowance and the hard lying monies.
No, we mustn't overlook them, must we?
No, sir. I mean, the boys, they're all being upgraded. There's the differential with the red, white, and blue watches, you see. There's all that.
Bosun, I think perhaps on the next pay parade I shall sit beside you and watch.
That's a very good idea, sir.
Let's leave it like that, shall we?
Yes, we
Nice homely sound.
Ah, well, that's what the ship is to all of us, home from home.
Splendid. Oh, you didn't mind me asking about the pay ledger, did you?
Not a bit, sir. Petey!
Yes, boss.
Get the boys in the mess deck, quick. Oh.
Now, the main thing is, don't panic. It's no good you all running around like a lot of blue-ass flies. We got to box clever till we got him weighed up.
Oh, he doesn't look too bright, does he?
No, still, you can't always go by first impressions. But in this case, I hope we can.
How is he?
Sleeping like a baby.
Huh? Where's Steady?
Working with the chickens.
Working with him. I'm a good mind to make him sleep with him.
Look, it's all very well for you to say Bob's clever, but what about my deliveries?
Now, don't you start. I'll have it all fixed tomorrow.
Tomorrow? My pastry's got a good name in the village, and I'm not going to start sending them stale stuff.
We'll bake some more tonight.
Tonight?
Yes, tonight. And that goes for all of you. Because for a while, we're going to have to work nights. Now, Lofty, how's the laundry?
Still got all Mrs. Higgins' smalls.
And the pig and whistle sheets.
I can't find the postman's comms.
Well, make sure you sort it out tonight.
Everything all right now, boss?
Yes, no thanks to you. Of all the places to put a pig.
Well, it was panic stations, wasn't it?
And I suppose I didn't tell you to lose those chickens.
No, bosun. Honestly, that was not my fault. He picked his way right through the back of the gun cover.
Well, watch it, all of you. Keep the new boy happy and keep your noses clean. Got it?
Right,
yes.
Perkins here will give him a slap-up breakfast at 0700. Because if we get him up early, he'll want to get to bed early, right?
Right.
And if I hear one more peep out of your chickens in the morning, I'll declare you right up the dividends. All right, lads, jump to it.
5 minutes to go.
I've got my own troubles.
Where's the coffee?
On the stove.
see. 2 meringues, 2 eccles, 2 maids of honor. 0 minus 3, lads.
It's all ready, boss.
Right, let's see now. Eggs, coffee, milk, orange juice, sugar, marmalade. Where's his napkin?
Around the toast.
He wants to wipe his mouth, not his toast. You're never going to be a head waiter, you know that, don't you?
Here's his shirt. Look, I've only got 2 pairs of hands.
You've got no intelligence, that's your trouble. Right, now off you go and treat him like your girlfriend. As long as we keep him happy, we're all right.
My girlfriend never eats breakfast.
I'm not surprised with your face staring at her every morning. Go on, get going. Not you, not you.
I was just going to get some sleep.
There's no sleep for the wicked, my lad. Go and see Chippie, get a ruler, and measure the lieutenant's boot.
Does he wear boots?
Not his boot, his car boot. What a bunch of charlatans.
You don't think he's going to lend us his car, do you, boss?
Lend it to us, he's going to drive it for us.
Are you kidding?
I'm not kidding. If we can get into the village just once a day, we can make all our deliveries. What do you think you're doing?
Listening.
Listening? You're supposed to be measuring. Go on, get cracking there. Go on there, go on, go on. Jump up that ladder, go on.
Cripes me pies.
Ah, well, there you are now. If you worried more about what you're doing instead of worrying yourself all the time about what I'm doing, they're a bit small, aren't they?
I'm getting a bit short of fillings.
Well, why don't you tell me about these things? You don't have to keep it a secret. We'll indent for some more sides of meat. It's simple.
Hey, boss, what's going to happen to us when they find out down at the base that we haven't got a full crew on board?
That's a very long sentence, and that's probably what you'll get.
Your breakfast, sir.
Thank you.
I trust we slept well.
Oh, it's very well. I kept dreaming I heard cocks crowing, but otherwise... breakfast always like this?
Oh, no, sir. Sometimes we have a little home-cured bacon. From the village, that is.
Oh, jolly nice, too. Perkins, you look like a native woman carrying her young.
Oh, your shirt. Washed and ironed, sir.
Really? I never knew laundries like this still existed.
Ah, well, you have to know where to look. Is there anything else, sir?
Oh, as a matter of fact, I wonder if I could have this on there, could I? Breakfast in bed rather reminds me of having my appendix out.
Oh, of course, sir.
Oh, and Perkins, would you have those carboys put up in the wheelhouse?
The wheelhouse?
I take it we have a wheelhouse.
Oh, of course, sir.
Oh, and ask the ship's carpenter to meet me on the bridge, will you? Tell him to bring his saw. I might want to cut a few holes.
Cut a few holes, sir?
Smell of cooking.
That'll be from the foundry across the river, sir.
Must be a pork pie foundry.
Oh, no. That'll be cook burning the rubbish, sir. Getting ready for your inspection.
Oh, Bosun expected me to inspect the ship, is he?
We've been up all night getting it ready, sir.
You know, quite frankly, Perkins, I think these inspections are a waste of everybody's time, don't you?
Well, I mean, it isn't as if anything's missing, is it?
Missing,
Well, you haven't sailed the funnel, have you?
Not yet, sir.
But it's all a lot of protocol and red tape. All I need is a brief resume of the ship. Usual guns, fore and aft.
Yes, sir.
Depth charges, port and starboard. Radar, ASDIC.
All
Well,
correct,
there
sir.
you are, you see. When you inspected one ship, you inspected them all. You know, I really think it would be easier if I had it on there.
Oh, well, in that case...
No, but Perkins, there are 2 more things. Excuse me.
Yes, sir.
That's one of them. This is the other.
Ah.
What? Speak up, Perkins.
The Christmas Club, sir.
The Christmas Club?
Yes, sir. We saved up our rations. It's for Christmas, sir.
You mean to tell me 11 men saved up this lot?
No, some of the fellows who left, sir, left some of theirs as a token of affection.
What an extraordinary thing.
Will that be all, sir?
Yes, you can tell the bosun that I shan't be inspecting the ship, but I'd like to have a look at his account books.
Account books, sir.
Merry Christmas, Perkins.
Same to you, sir.
Hello, Perkins.
Sir.
Right, lads, I want every bit of chromium shining in the paint so as you can see your faces in it. Right now.
Really thoughtful of you, bosun.
Ah, that's all right, sir. We can't have you going into the village today with a dirty car.
No, I shan't be going into the village today.
No, sir?
No, there are a few things I ought to check up on here first.
Oh, yes, sir. I understand that one of them is the ship's accounts.
Well, I don't actually have to look at them. You and I can work out what my share is.
Your share?
Yes. Well, as I'm one of the crew, so to speak, I feel that I should be in on it too.
Oh, yes, sir, yes.
Well, let me know how much will bring me up to date.
You mean you want to be in right from the beginning?
Well, I feel it's only fair, don't you?
Oh, of course, sir, yes.
Let me know how much I own, I'll give you a check.
A check?
Yes.
What for?
The Christmas club.
Oh, the Christmas club.
Ah, Chippie, sir. This is going to be the home of the Fairweather Falcon Mark IV.
You mean you want me to build bunks for all of them, sir?
Silly, it's a rocket. 10 foot nose to tail.
You'll never get a rocket in here,
That's
sir.
where our friend comes in. And I want you to cut a hole about here. And all this stuff can be stored below.
You mean store the wheel?
Oh, we're not going anywhere, are we?
But what about the engine room telegraphs?
Well, that's not doing anything either, is it?
Stop mucking about with that telegraph! I'll come up there and
Well, I'm
smash
terribly
you.
sorry. Yes, I think you better leave the telegraph.
Excuse me, sir. Did I understand you correctly to say you intend cutting a hole through the deckhead?
Well, I have to. The rocket has to stand on its end. You see, I tried it once on its side, and... well, here we are.
I see, yes. Only if you intend going through there, you'll need an oxyacetylene cutter. That's armor plating.
Armor platings, is it?
Yes. As a matter of fact, they got one at the garage in the village, sir. I know they'd be very pleased to lend it to you.
I see. Well, perhaps I'd better nip down in the car and pick it up. What?
That's a very good idea, sir.
We've got one in the engine room stores. Fine, that'll save me a journey. I'm surprised you didn't know that, Bosun.
Slip me memory.
I think perhaps I'll nip out on the bridge and see how I can reorganize that. Oh, would you mind sending up the the lamp, and follow me, please, Chippie.
Now what?
Send up the flame torch, that's what.
Oh, sorry, boss. What do you want the flame torch for?
I want to cut me hair.
I thought I told you to clean that car.
I'm dead worried about them chickens, Bosun. When is he going ashore?
At the moment, never.
Well, I've got to let him out. They're bursting for a walk.
We'll have to burst quietly.
But you promised you'd get him ashore.
Well, what am I supposed to do, elope with him?
Hi!
Miss Susie.
Good morning. Uncle says he wants another barrel of...
Hello? Yoo-hoo!
I've got a message for you, too.
Us too?
No, you. Am I allowed to come aboard?
Good Lord, yes. I'll come down.
And if I were you, Miss Susie, I wouldn't worry the lieutenant too much about the business end, you
No,
know.
of course not. I've come to tell him an enormous crate's arrived for him.
That'll be his rocket.
Does that mean he might go in and get it?
With our luck, it's probably a guided missile. Will the room stand another barrel?
Just about. I don't think the Vanguard's missed it yet.
Load it up, then. Go on.
I couldn't think of a nicer surprise.
I've got another one for you.
You're staying for lunch?
No. The station master phoned to say a packing case arrived for you, marked rocket. This way up.
This is wonderful. Ghost! Ghost!
Sir.
Do you hear
Hear
that?
what, sir?
It's here.
Oh, this must be a great moment for you.
It certainly is. Do you say it to the station?
Yes. I gather the nose is inside the booking hall, the middle runs through the waiting room, and the tail is on the platform.
She's all rocket. I'm going to the station to pick
Well,
her
sir,
up.
I'd just like you to know that this is a great day for all of us.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll just get the keys of my car. And Bosun?
Yes, sir.
I think this calls for a double main brace all round. What?
Good luck to you, sir.
He's rather sweet, isn't
We're
he?
just beginning to love him, Miss Susie.
This is the last of the barrels,
Don't bring
boat.
that garbage up on deck, man. Take it away.
Can I give you a lift in my car?
That's very kind of you, but I've got my bicycle.
Well, I'll get one of the boys to ride it down. Come
All
on.
right, thank you.
Excuse me, sir. I wouldn't want to presume, but there's one or two little things waiting to be collected in the village.
What, you want me to pick them up?
Well, no, sir, but I was wondering if you give me and one or two of the lads a lift in.
Certainly. Hop in.
Right, get in.
Quite an outing, isn't it?
Oh, yes, it's an outing, all right.
It's been out all night, you know.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter. I've got a handle in the boot.
No. Don't worry about that, sir. Don't worry about it. We'll give it a push.
Oh, thank you. Oh, I hadn't got it switched on.
All right, my darlings, the night is over.
It's all right, right for you, Bosun?
That'll do very nicely, thank you, sir. Right, out you get, lads. Thank you very much.
Not at all. Now, the station master.
All right, lads.
Look, my name. Isn't she beautiful?
Well, not having X-ray eyes.
Ah, but she's beautiful.
Shop!
It's running late.
No, I'm not worried about your trains. I've come for my rocket.
Is that thing yours?
Every inch of it. And I want to get it out of your way.
And about time, too. It's disrupted the whole timetable.
Well, I'm terribly sorry. I'm terribly sorry. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, but if you lend me some of your chaps, I'll have it removed for you.
Yes, I suppose you'd like the ticket collector and the porter and the signalman.
Well, I don't think we'll need them all.
Well, you've got them. Me.
Oh, if I'd known that, I would have kept some of my men here.
I've got an idea. If we could lift it over this barrier, we could slide it out of the window.
Susanne, put that down. You'll do yourself an injury.
Oh, excuse me, sir. I wonder if you'd like to do yourself an injury. I mean, could you help me with this? Would you tuck your shoulder under here? Thank you so much. Susanne, nip underneath. Thank you. And, madam, will you come here? And if you put your hand and pull that way. Don't strain yourself, will you? Thank you.
If we all lifted that end, and he pushed from the other end, we could get it out of the window.
That's a jolly good idea. Station master, where are you? Where's he gone? Oh, there he is. Station master, would you mind going out onto the platform and swinging your end round to the left?
Well, if I swing it round to the left, it'll go through the ladies.
Well, swing it round to the right and we'll go through the gents, what? I want you all to pull together. 2-6, heave! 2-6, heave! You are pulling, aren't you, sir?
Yes.
Thank you. 2-6, heave! It's not moving, is it?
You want to pull harder?
Well, there's only 4 of us.
Gentlemen, you're just in time to lend a hand.
Morning, Willie.
Morning, Mr.
Oh, no, it's you! We're trying to take this through the shortcut. Will you help?
Well, if I was asked to get this out...
I know, you go to the Pig and Whistle. Now, we'll all pull. 2-6, heave! I said pull, not push.
Oh, you've done it this time.
Ladies or gents?
Slap through the indicator board.
Oh, thank goodness the trains are running late.
Uncle, 1 Roman 400 navies.
Oh, Mr. Doherty, I'd almost given you up.
I almost give myself up this morning.
You couldn't manage the extra one?
No, maybe tomorrow. We had a bit of transport trouble.
Oh, nothing serious, I hope.
Well, you know what it is these days. You ask a fella to drive you into town, he's got a million reasons why he shouldn't. By the way, we didn't have time to re-roll these. I still got HMS on them.
Oh, but supposing someone asks?
Tell him it means homemade smokes.
Homemade smoke?
Yes, only don't tell the lieutenant, he might believe you.
Oh,
I'll have a noggin.
Morning. Hello. There we are. 6 port pies, 40 meringues, 8 eagles, 8 maids of honour, 9 and 6.
I don't know how you do it. I can't make them that cheap.
Ah, but you haven't got the backing of a very large organisation.
Oh, morning, Miss Small.
Good morning.
Mr. Doherty said to apologise about the nappies. They've been sent to the Pig and Whistle by mistake. They're using them as serviettes.
Hello, Scouse. Here we are. 6 gallons of the best flat all base paint. It's not battleship grey again, but it's the fashionable colour. That's what I told the customers all last year. Look, ain't you never seen London or Manchester? Everything's grey. Yeah, but you see, the customers are asking for colour. Well, the bosun's put in for some camouflage paint, so next time you can have all the colours you want. How's that?
Down. Yeah. Did it. A little more. More. That's it. Fine. How did you get it? Well, off we go. Thank you very much. Thank you.
You're all right now, sir.
Thank you very much. You've been most helpful. I shall write to Mr. A.A. about you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much. Susanne, you've been wonderful.
I wouldn't have missed it for anything.
Wouldn't you? Suzanne, I know we only met yesterday, and it's awfully early to ask you a question like this. You probably think it very forward, but do you think you could break the licensing laws and let me have a drink?
For a moment, I thought I was going to need one, too. Come on. Lily?
What? what?
Double pink gin for Lieutenant Fairweather.
Looks like he needs it, too.
You even remembered what I drank.
A good licensee always remembers the customer's drink.
Susanne, I'd like to ask you another question.
Lily, make that 2. Well?
Do you think that in time, not right away, but in time, you could learn to like rockets too?
Well, now, Lieutenant Fairweather...
Humphrey.
Humphrey?
Terrible, isn't it? I was too young to protest. Now, what I'm trying to tell you is a rocket isn't just so many feet of metal, fuel, and gas.
It isn't?
No, that's what I'm trying to tell the Admiralty. Every rocket has its own personality, its own beauty of line, and you have too.
2 pink gin.
Thank you. Ah, Lieutenant. Oh, hello, sir. I'm afraid we're breaking the law.
Oh, well, even Nelson had a blind eye, hadn't he? Have a cigarette.
Oh, thank you.
No, not those.
No?
I'll get some.
My shirt. Didn't I ever get it clean?
You, with the Barclays same-day laundry service.
Barclays saved it. Oh, yes, very good, very
The
good.
lieutenant only arrived yesterday. He hasn't had time to try it yet.
Try what?
The Barclays same-day laundry service. You pick it up daily or they deliver every Wednesday.
Who do?
H.M.S. Barclay.
Tuesday, dear. Wednesday is eggs.
Wednesday is eggs?
Yes, it used to be Tuesday, but it clashed with the Barclay bakeries.
The what?
Auntie Barclay's goodies.
Auntie Barclay's eggs? They deliver eggs?
Yeah, from the Barclay hatcheries.
Eggs from chickens?
I believe that's the usual process.
Chickens! The pork pie family.
The what?
Oh, this is terrible. Right under my nose. They must think I'm a fool. You must think I'm a fool. Don't answer me. I must get back to the ship. Oh, we were hoping you'd stay for lunch. Lunch? I may never have lunch again. Just black bread and water.
He left his jacket.
I forgot my jacket.
It's a special lunch, too. Sucking pig.
Sucking pig?
Yes, little baby piglet, all crisp and crunchy.
From the Barclay piggeries?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, my goodness.
Well, I've called this meeting of Barclay Enterprises to review the present situation as it stands. Scouse?
Yes, boss?
All clear?
Nothing but seagull.
What's the sky to? He might come by rocket. I'll leave the switched on, Scouse, so you can hear the minutes.
Thanks, boss.
Well, gentlemen, I'm happy to say that the major crisis of a new commanding officer seems to be well and truly under control.
Thanks to you, boss.
No, credit where it's due. I think it's all thanks to Miss Susie. She turned up just in the nick of time like aphrodisiac rising from the sea.
Excuse me, boss. You mean Aphrodite?
Don't tell me what I mean.
Sorry, boss.
Now, where was I?
Rising from the sea.
Oh, yes. Well, the situation being what it is, I see no reason why we shouldn't continue our activities as we have done during the past 2 years.
Well, I might as well warn you your eggs are going to drop off.
My eggs are going to drop off?
Yeah, unless the chickens get some more daylight.
Did you know that the nights in Iceland are 3 months long?
In Iceland?
Yes. Did you ever hear of them being short of eggs in Iceland?
No.
So what's the matter with your chickens?
They don't know about Iceland.
Well, tell them.
Yes, boss.
My eggs are going to drop off. Can I talk now? You've quite finished.
Yes, certainly.
Thank you, brother. Well, I'm glad to be able to mention now that at the last quarter, Barclay Enterprises have practically doubled their profits. Wait for it. Laundry's up. Bakery's up. Dairy produce, up. And other sundry financial deals are all doing very nicely, thank you. Wait for it. Don't panic now, members of Her Majesty's Navy. Don't panic. Listen! Sarah!
Wilson! Sir, all right, Doherty, out with it.
Out with what, sir?
Am I in command of a mothball sloop or a new branch of the Home and Colonial?
I beg your pardon, sir.
You may well beg my pardon. You have the effrontery to stand there and pretend that you didn't know there was a full-scale laundry in operation on board this ship?
On board this ship, sir? Impossible.
Impossible, is it? Well, ask in the village. Pick it up every Tuesday and Wednesday's eggs.
Am I to understand, sir, that someone on board here is operating a laundry and flogging eggs to the village?
And sucking pigs.
Sucking pigs?
Yes, all crisp and crunchy.
Well, sir, with your permission, I shall go down below immediately, find out whoever it is and have him brought to justice. Don't you worry.
Don't you worry. Why, good Lord, man, we might as well be flying the skull and crossbones. Now, who's ever What's that?
Well, sir, it rather looks like it.
That's exactly what it is. Now, look here, Doherty. I want the culprit brought to me in the wardroom within the next 15 minutes.
Sir, permission to carry on, sir.
Carry on.
Thank you.
And get those combinations down. Perkins!
Sir!
Give me some clean combinations. A clean shirt, you fool.
All right, lad. Call him.
What was all that shouting about, boss?
The banshee calling for a sacrificial lamb.
A what?
We've got 15 minutes between us and the rattle.
He's rumbled?
He's rumbled what, but not who.
Do you mean he's going to shop us?
Well, that rather depends on you, steady boy.
Oh, I beg yours, but I am no sacrificial lamb.
Have you ever done any acting?
Acting? No way.
You're about to give an Academy Award performance. Come here, Oscar.
I've got an idea for you. Leave it alone, Perkins, and get me a drink.
Yes, sir. A single or double, sir?
Leave the bottle.
Not bad news, I trust.
Bad news? Why, if this ever gets to Whitehall... Perkins?
Yes, sir?
It isn't you, is it?
Me, sir?
Now, look me in the eye, Perkins. What do you know about pig's eggs and laundry?
Pig's eggs, sir?
No, not pig's eggs. Come in!
I found him, sir.
What, already?
Yes, sir. And I must say it's been quite a shock.
Well, it's nothing to the shock that's coming to him. Who is it?
It's Barker, sir. The last man I would have expected. Shall I bring him in for you, sir?
Yes, immediately.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes?
Your shirt is out.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's good.
Clean now! Prisoner guard. Halt! Right turn. Prisoner off cap. Able Seaman Barker, sir. Charged with keeping chickens, selling produce, taken in laundry in a manner prejudicial to good order and naval discipline.
All right, Barker. What have you got to say for yourself?
Sorry, sir.
Sorry? You turned this ship into a floating food factory and all you can say is you're sorry, man?
You've got more to tell the lieutenant than that, haven't you?
Yes, sir. Well, sir, it all started with my mother-in-law, sir. She kept getting on at my missus about how she'd married beneath her. She kept going on about our other daughter, what had married a nappy canteen manager. Oh, yes. Alfred could always bring home the odd crate of butter or a gash of tea. Alfred had given his wife a telly, sir, and a fridge, sir. But what did I ever give my missus? I will tell you, I give her 13 little ones to look after. But was that enough? No.
Every letter is nag.
Every letter, sir, is nag, nag, nag. Why don't I get more money? Why don't I get promoted? I keep telling them, sir, I've spent all my last 18 years trying to stay as an able seaman. But I don't mind, sir, because I love the Navy. You and the other officers, sir, have been like fathers to me. I never had a father, sir.
I see. Well, what you're trying to tell me is you did all this for these 13 little Barkers.
Yes, sir, them, and the honour of the Navy. I couldn't have a mother going round Peabody building saying that a Matt Lowe couldn't look after his wife and kids. Now, could I, sir?
You can't go around gashing tea and flogging, selling eggs, Barker.
I know, sir. But I only needed another £5 so that I could get the furniture back. It was the thought of all those smiling little faces, sir, all snuggled up in a real bed. I know I done wrong, sir, but you can see how it was, can't you?
Barker, I want you to have this.
But, sir...
Don't argue with an officer.
No, sir, thank you.
Barker, this time we shall forget all about it. But if I ever catch you again...
No, you won't, sir.
I want you to get every chicken, every bit of laundry off the ship.
I shall personally...
Furthermore, you can put on shore all pigs, piglets, pork pies...
Ah, yes, but not Esmeralda, sir.
Docketed, this is a ship, not HMS Whipsnade.
Oh, I know that, sir, but turning little...
But as far as I'm concerned, you can stick him in bed with all the other 13 little smiling faces. Oh, no offense, Barker.
Shall I carry on, sir?
Carry on.
Able Seaman Barker, on cap. Party, right turn. Quick march.
Will there be anything else, sir?
Get me a large gash of gin.
Yes, sir.
Phew, that was a close one, Steady.
Nice work, boy.
Did you ever see such a performance? It's worth a £5.
You're right there, mate.
We're gonna need this.
Bosun, I earned that.
You'll earn 6 months hard if you don't do what he said to do.
What, get rid of everything?
Will you shut up and listen? Where's the pigs?
Down in the engineer's cabin.
Nip down and tell Chippie to nail some felt up and soundproof it. Becky, go down the village and get as many birds as this'll buy.
What, laying pullets?
No, roasting chickens. He doesn't want live birds about, so we'll give him dead ones.
Cool.
Now, you've got something there.
I have got something here, which is just as good, because I got a crew of right clots.
I think that should hold it nice and steady.
Very good, sir.
She should be here any minute now.
Excuse me, sir.
Hello, Perkins. What can I do for you?
Well, I thought as you'd had nothing to eat, you might like a little something, sir.
Well, that's extremely kind of you, Perkins. What have you got there?
Roast chicken and bacon, sir.
Roast chicken and bacon on a salver. What about you, Chippie?
No, thank you, sir. I had chicken for lunch.
Really? Perkins?
No, thank you very much, sir. I had chicken for supper. Everyone had chicken for supper.
Well, I must say we all eat extremely well on board the ship, don't we?
Yes, sir. Today's meals come with the compliments of Able Seaman Barker, sir.
Well, please convey my compliments to Able Seaman Barker. Did you say Barker?
Yes, sir.
This is not one of the,
You told him to get rid of them, sir.
I didn't tell him to turn the ship into a slaughterhouse. I mean, it's... Perkins! That's not Esmeralda!
Well, sir, your orders were...
My orders were to get them off the ship, not for you all to sit around eating like you're nothing but a bunch of cannibals. I don't fancy that now, either.
It's here.
Hi!
Hi!
Hello, Mr. Doherty.
Oh, hello, Miss Susie.
Hi, boys. I've brought everybody's bag wash. It's in the back.
Yes, well, leave it there for the minute.
And Uncle says the meat pasties never arrived, not a rum.
Oh, well, we had a little labour trouble, you know.
Oh.
Hello, sir. The Rocketeer, yes. Go on, tell him the Rocketeer. That's it.
Isn't she beautiful? Hello, Suzanne.
Hello, Humphrey.
Bosun, would you mind mustering a working party?
Sir. All right, you three. Get up there and get it unloaded. Quick as you like. Go on, up you go.
She's my rocket. You can't see her properly, but you wait till she's unboxed. Now, be careful of the nose. Whatever you do, don't bang the nose. What are those pillowcases doing there, Barker?
Stop it banging his nose, sir.
What an excellent idea. Now, be very careful. Easy now, careful. Now, gently, steady. Now, easy. That's right. And then we'll take apart. That's the stuff. Don't worry about your hat. That's all right. Normally, I use cotton hats. We can't have everything. Right, be careful. Very good. Well done. Now, turn around. That's right. Turn it right round. That's right. This way. Turn it this way. That's the stuff. This way. Now, you're doing splendidly. You're doing splendid. Well done. Now, that's fine. Right, good. That's it. Well done. Well, now, this way. This way. No, look. This way. This way. That's it. One. And don't bang the nose.
All right, get the laundry up, quick.
Now, easy. Good. That's it. Now, bring it this way. That's it. Easy. Now, put this end down. No, that's it.
It's this end.
We'll do what it says. Easy now. Bring it. Now, whatever you do, don't bang the nose. The nose is there. That's it. That's the way. Up you come. That's it. Jolly good. Up. That's right. Well done. Very good. Put your hands back. Right. There we are.
Beautiful Humphrey.
All right, Bosun, you can carry on.
Aye, sir.
Thanks very much and sleep well.
Like working party, left turn, quick march. And you put your clothes on. What do you think this is, a police bazaar?
I'm glad you were the first to see it up.
I'm glad too.
Suzanne, I owe you an apology for rushing off so rudely this morning.
You don't owe me anything. We just wondered what had happened, that's all.
It was a bit of a shock learning about the eggs and the laundry and all that.
It was?
Yes, but don't worry your pretty little head about it. I've got it all straightened out now.
Oh, wonderful. Does that mean I can take the meat pasties back with me?
What meat pasties?
The 2 dozen we ordered. You don't know how many we sell at the Pig and Whistle. And you see, Cooky said he'd bake them today.
You mean Barker?
No, Barker's the egg man.
Barker's the egg... Cooky's the pasty man.
That's right. And when the bosun said we couldn't...
What has the bosun got to do with the meat pasties?
Nothing, except we settle up with him.
You settle up with him?
That's right.
So they're all in it?
In what?
The bosun, the cook. Suzanne, come with me.
Humphrey, where are we going?
Oh, Christ. No, you don't. You stay right here. Where's the galley?
The galley, sir?
The galley.
In there, sir.
Sir.
And I suppose that this is a little dessert you ran up for the ship's company.
No, sir. Actually, it's for Mrs. Green's bar mitzvah, sir.
Bosun! You! I want the crew assembled in the wardroom and the bosun in my cabin right away.
Yes, sir.
And I wanted to bring his logbook and his account books.
Yes, sir.
Both sets!
Aye, aye, sir.
Suzanne, you come with me. I suppose they're selling ship's cigarettes and ship's alcohol.
Oh, yes. Those barrels of naval rum sell like wildfire.
Oh, Suzanne, why did you ever get mixed up in all this?
But Mr. Doherty said they were government surplus supplies.
Doherty says?
Yes, like those cut-price stores that sell blankets and knee boots and duffel coats.
They're not selling duffel coats. Come in!
Chief Petty Officer Doherty reporting as ordered, sir.
Come in, Chief Petty Officer Doherty, and put those down there.
I'd very much like to say a few words, sir.
I'll bet you would. Yours should be the most interesting court-martial since the mutiny on the Bounty.
I'm sure I can explain everything, sir.
Well, now, let's start with this, shall we? August the 5th, 46 sides of bacon. 46 sides of bacon?
Ah, well, now, that's the normal ration for ship's compliments.
But you haven't had a normal compliment for 2 years.
1 year, sir. 11 months and 27 days.
So you indented for the lot just the same?
Yes, sir. Well, begging your pardon, there's an old saying in the Navy,
What you don't ask for, you don't get.
Yes, we're begging your pardon. You're going to get what you asked for. Let's continue. September the 13th, 265 gallons of paint. 265 gallons? That's enough to paint the ship from stem to stern.
And that's what we indented for.
But she hasn't got a lick of paint on her. Look at her.
Well, you see, they need a little paint in the village.
We use some to repaint the bicycle shed.
Suzanne, you stay out of this.
You mean to tell me that you sold that too?
Well, we couldn't very well give government property away, could
Suppose
we?
an admiral had come down and inspected the place. What then?
Well, begging your pardon, sir. I don't know of any senior officer who'd stray as far as Meadows NDU.
Look, I'm asking the question, Doherty.
Oh, you are, and very good questions.
Look, when I put in my report, you're going to see admirals, naval patrols, police, black mirage down at Naval's End.
Meadows End.
Suzanne, you stay out of this. Stay there. Doherty, you follow me. Well, you're a pretty sorry bunch of desperados. This little record of chicanery is going to see you nicely tucked away in detention barracks for quite a long time to come. And as for you, Barker, and the bosun, I doubt if you'll ever come out. 46 sides of bacon, and Auntie Barclay's bar mitzvah. And what is the same-day laundry indented for?
2 dozen crates of soap and 1,500 weight of coal for the boiler, sir.
I suppose you've been making rocking horses.
Yes, sir.
This is the most disgraceful... What do you mean, yes, sir?
12, sir. Half painted.
12 what?
Rocking horses, sir.
We make them for the Christmas toy shop, sir. Out of old bulkheads.
Christmas... Follow me, bosun.
Yes.
What are you doing here?
Signal for you, sir.
Where's Miss Susanne?
She left, sir. Seemed rather upset.
And do you wonder after being bamboozled by a bunch of freebooters? Wait outside. I've got a long signal for you to send.
If you're sending a signal about us, sir, don't you think you ought to reflect on it?
Well, here's something for you to reflect on. Flag Officer Commanding Reserve Fleet will be inspecting ships and establishments in Southeast Command between the 21st and the 28th inst. And for a start, he's going to want to know what happened to 265 gallons of paint.
Ah, well now, for a start, we'll have to tell him how you took 6 gallons of it into the village today.
I did what?
In the boot of your car. Let me see now. There was a barrel of rum, 400 duty-frees, the eggs, and the laundry.
In the boot of my car?
And we'd have to tell the truth, sir. We'd all be on oath.
If those things were in my car, I knew nothing about it.
Of course you didn't, sir. We know that, and you know that. But would they believe it?
Why shouldn't they believe it?
With 11 of us telling the same story.
Bosun, this is blackmail.
Oh, I'd hardly say that, sir. That's a very strong word. No, putting it in the Queen's English, I'd say it adds up to you scratch our backs and we'll scratch yours.
I'm not going to scratch anybody's back.
And of course, we'd have to point out how very nicely you yourself was doing out of Barclay Enterprises.
I got nothing out of it.
I'd say you had a very high standard of living, if you don't mind me saying so. Slap up breakfast in bed, roast chicken in the wheelhouse, rum from the Christmas club, and young ladies in your cabin at night.
Doherty, if you bring Miss Susanne into this...
I'd say she was already in it, sir, right up the half.
Doherty!
Look, sir, I tell you what. As soon as we've cleared up the outstanding orders, we'll wind it up. How's that?
It's iniquitous. What about when the Flag Officer Commanding...
No. Don't you worry about our end of it. We'll have everything well out the way long before he gets here.
The paint? What about the paint?
Well, you'll have to get some, won't you?
I'll have to get some. Where do you think I'm going to find 265 gallons of paint?
Well, there is a way.
There is?
Oh, yes. Follow me. Barker.
Boss.
What's today's market price of paint?
Down at the base, the current quotation is a pint of paint for a tot of rum.
Huh? Well, the lieutenant here wants 265 gallons of it.
Paint, not rum.
That'll cost about a barrel, sir.
We'll load a barrel into the lieutenant's car.
Ah, sir.
Excuse me. I'm so sorry.
Now, sir, tomorrow morning.
Bosun, I'm not going through with this.
Well, sir, no one's forcing you to, are they? I mean, I expect you've got a perfectly good excuse for the rocket in the wheelhouse.
What about the rocket in the wheelhouse?
Well, can any of you lot remember anything in Queen's Regs and Admiralty instructions about cutting holes in armour plating?
No, boss.
Or removing wheels, binnacles, compasses, etc.?
No, boss.
Tomorrow morning.
Look. You go down to the base, to the paint store, and ask to see my oppo, Chief Petty Officer Roberts.
Roberts?
Yes. Tell him I sent you. You won't have any trouble.
There isn't much more to have, is there?
Look, you say to him, yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum. He'll say how much, and you tell him.
Yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum?
Yes. Not to worry. You're a man of the world. We're there. All right, lads. Now then, the FOC is going to inspect the ship this week. I want everything stored and camouflaged. Now then, jump to it. Let's be having you. Come along now. That's right. Out you go. Easy does it, and out you go.
Chief Petty Officer Roberts? Good morning. I'm a friend of Mr. Doherty's. Roberts. Yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum. Oh, not very much. Just 265 gallons. Oh, no.
morning, sir.
Why do they have to arrange a tour of inspection to the last week of flat racing, eh? Used to be some organisation in the Navy.
So I believe, sir.
Well, have you planned the itinerary?
Yes, indeed, sir. If we start off with Vanguard here this morning, there's a place called Tavison less than half an hour away, and the meeting doesn't start there until 2:30.
What am I supposed to do between Vanguard and 2:30 then?
Well, I thought you could take in a couple of destroyers at Thorpe Ness, Sherwood and Windsor.
3 inspections and 1 race meeting? You're a fool, Flags.
Oh, I'm sorry, sir.
Find me 1 inspection and 3 race meetings, will you?
Well, sir... Oh, the nearest thing to that is Meadows End.
Is that a place or a horse?
A village, sir, and there are 2 race courses within a few miles radius.
Anything to inspect?
A rather old sloop, sir.
Capital. We'll inspect the sloop first.
Yes, sir.
What's she called?
HMS Barclay, sir.
The Barclay? Great Scott. Is she still afloat?
I must confess, sir, up till this morning I never heard of her. Do you know her?
Know her? She was my very first command. The old Barclay, eh? Well, well, well.
Shall I get on to the base, sir, and let them know we're coming?
Yes. The old Barclay, bless my soul.
I'll give him the base, will you? Captain Coombs.
Where'd you say she is?
Meadows End.
Meadows End. I wonder if they give the runners at this place.
Captain Coombs, FOC's office here, sir.
Yes? Very good. The which? The Barclay? Yes, we laid on. Right, goodbye. Sir?
Sir?
FOC's arriving in half an hour. Inform RPO in all stations.
Very good, sir. What's this about the Barclay?
Wants to inspect her first.
Well, where is she? I didn't know she was in this command.
Neither did I until just now.
I always thought she belonged to Nobby Clark's area.
Signals office will know where she is. Signals! Sir? Find HMS Barclay for me. Priority.
Have you met old man Foley before?
Yes, I have. When he was in charge of that rocket research base.
I suppose it would only be humane to warn the Barclay.
Yes, poor beggars. Let's hope their commanding officer is surprise-proof.
Which way to the naval barracks, please?
Oh, down the hill, bear left, and it's on the right. Unless you want to take a shortcut.
No, I'm allergic to shortcuts.
Admiral's car approaching, sir. Good! Reset! Up!
What the devil's going on here?
I'm extremely sorry, sir. I'm afraid there's a little misunderstanding.
I should say so. I suppose you've laid on a full official visit to the Barclay, have you?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's exactly what I don't want.
But I understood you...
Nothing of the sort. Just a flag lieutenant myself. That's enough. Don't want everyone getting under everyone else's feet.
No, of course not, sir.
Haven't you got any sherry?
Sherry? Oh, yes, sir. We have some very good sherry.
What the dickens are you keeping me waiting out here for, eh? This way do we go?
Yes, sir.
Well, come along.
All right, Davis, cancel everything.
Aye, aye, sir.
Good morning, sir. Yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum. Doherty sent me.
Sir?
Mr. Doherty of the Barclay.
I'm afraid I'm not quite with you, sir.
Well, you are Chief Petty Officer Roberts, aren't you?
No, sir.
Oh.
He's just gone down to the dock, sir. Can I help?
No, I'll just wait a minute, sir.
Certainly, sir. Take a seat.
Chief Petty Officer.
Oh, good morning, sir.
Yo-ho-ho and a bottle of rum.
Beg your pardon, sir?
I got the necessary in my boot.
Yes, sir?
Well, you are Roberts, aren't you?
No, sir, I'm Davis.
I'll go on waiting.
Hey, our boys, 11's is up.
What, at 9:30?
Well, we thought with the boys working so hard,
All
boss.
right. Hello? What's all this about?
Maybe it's war.
Dispatch from headquarters.
Thank you.
Hey, what do you think you're doing, opening the captain's orders?
I thought it might be urgent, boss.
I'll tell you whether it's urgent or not. Haven't preserved at all. He's on his way.
Who, Fairweather?
No, the flipping Admiral. All right, scrub the clean and he's on his way.
Who, Fairweather?
No, the Admiral.
Now, are all the fiddles out the way?
Yes, yes, yes.
Right. Now, here's what we do. Clean up and assemble on the mess deck. Gildy, Lofty, get that tea out the way. Well, what are we going to do if he doesn't get here?
Who, the Admiral?
No, Fairweather. You see, these admirals are funny people. When they come aboard, they expect to have an officer waiting to greet them.
Well, that's his problem.
Oh, there's gratitude for you. Last night, you were scared to death whether you're going to spend the rest of your life in the rattle. Here, the lieutenant gives us a second chance out of the goodness of his heart, and you don't give a damn if it sails up the creek.
Well, if the Admiral's expecting an officer to meet him who isn't here because he wasn't expecting the Admiral to be expecting him, what the hell can we do?
I tell you what we can do. Supply another officer.
Another officer?
Yes, another officer. Perkins, go down onto the mess deck and bring his #1 uniform.
Oh, the boss, look.
Don't argue. Go and get it immediately. Scouse, up on the lookout. Keep your eyes peeled.
Where are we going to get another officer?
Down on the mess deck, that's where.
It's all go, isn't it?
Now then, me Harrys, who wants a bit of the old quick promotion? We're short of an officer.
Look, Bosun Fairweather's a big lad. He can take care of himself.
And what happens if he gets kicked out? We get another officer. You want someone efficient?
Oh, I never thought of that.
You never think of nothing, you don't. Now then, which of you knows best how an officer acts and behaves?
Whoever wears this has got to be very careful. He's quite tall, so it'll have to be somebody. Well, what are you looking like that for?
Perfect. Lads.
Well, no, wait a minute. No, look,
Will you
steady.
shut up and listen?
Lady, no, boat.
From the moment he comes up that gangway, you're Lieutenant Fairweather, commanding officer of HMS Barclay.
I'll never get away with it, Bunts.
You will if you keep your head. Remember, you're suave. You're smooth. You're a model of efficiency. That's what you are.
Fairweather's not like that.
Ah, but the Admiral doesn't know it.
Ship blow!
Who? Fairweather?
No, Moby Dick!
Right. On deck, lads. Getting dressed. Come on. Up we go.
It's Cruncher, Foley. Don't let him see me.
See ya. He's gonna love you. Stand still.
But he once gave me 90 days.
What for?
Watering his gin.
Tell him to come back in an hour.
Yes, sir.
I think that's about it. That's right, 2:30.
That's right.
Ship's company! Jump! Good morning, sir. Welcome aboard, sir.
Good morning, Lieutenant. Let me see your...
Fairweather, sir.
Fairweather, eh?
No, sir. Sorry, sir. Just Fairweather.
Haven't you served with me somewhere before?
Well,
No, don't tell me. I'm not very good on names, but I never forget a form. I mean a face. Is this the whole crew?
Yes, sir. I thought you'd like to see the ship working normal routine, sir.
Very good idea, Lieutenant. Tell them to carry on.
Ship's company, dismissed.
My, the old Barclay, eh? It's been a long time. Yes, a long time.
Oi, mister!
Yes?
Mum says she'll have half a dozen veal and ham, and one of that shirts didn't come back. Will you tell the bosun?
Yes, delighted. Looking after the guns, eh? Done some yeoman service, these old barrels.
Hey, bait! I got the bait! Where's the bosun?
That is, he went forward with the Admiral, sir.
You feeling all right, bait?
Yes, sir.
Well, tell him I want a working party, will you? With the who?
The Admiral, sir. He came aboard and you weren't here and we didn't know what to do, sir.
Capital. Can't wait to take a look below.
Quick, sir, the galley.
The galley? What's the matter with the galley?
Who's showing him round? You are, sir. I am? Yes, sir. What are you talking? Take your hands off me, mate! Have you gone mad? What do you mean I'm showing the Admiral?
Perkins, but the Admiral thinks it's you.
Bates, have you ever heard of the brig? That's exactly where you're going.
No, sir, the galley.
You're the Bates Street. I'm going mad. And you tell me what's going on. Quick, grab an apron. I don't want to grab an apron. Wait, get his jacket on. This is mutiny. Get it off and hide it in the oven. Hide what in the oven?
You know, we have met before. Where was it? Renowned Ramillies, war spike. Good work.
I'm afraid not, sir.
It'll come.
No, this is the galley, sir.
What's the matter?
There's a man in there, sir.
What do you expect, a horse? Good morning.
Morning, sir.
Carry on. Still making this disgusting sticky duff, eh?
It's a great favorite with the ship's company, sir.
Ought to be put on the official poisons list. Haven't you served under me before somewhere?
No, I haven't, sir.
Are you sure?
Quite positive, sir. I would have remembered if I had, sir. May I suggest a visit to the wardroom, sir?
The old wardroom, eh? My. This is all very nostalgic, Flag.
Yes, sir, it must be.
What's that clown doing in my uniform?
Well, sir, we thought the Admiral might start asking awkward questions if he came aboard and found out you weren't here.
Well, you could have said I was down at the base.
Yes, but we couldn't very well have said what you're up to down there, could we?
We can get 20 years for this.
Look, just give his nibs time to get settled down in the wardroom, and then you can nip back into your own cabin.
If you think I'm going to stay in here all day cutting up figgy duff, you're very much mistaken.
Have you got any better ideas?
Have you?
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. This old room's seen some sticky times, Fairweather.
It has. It has, sir.
See that mark there? That's where Boba Trelawney's knife just missed the stewards. Went berserk on Red Biddy. Ha, 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 ha! I tell you, Flags, those were the days.
Yes.
Think this calls for a little drink to celebrate the occasion. Steward!
Sir!
Perkins, wardroom steward, HMS Ironclad, watered the gin, 90 days.
I can explain everything.
I doubt very much whether you can, but you can try.
Well, you see, sir, it was this way. We thought...
Who's we?
Well, me and the bosun, sir.
Well, lads, in view of the information I just received, this means a voluntary liquidation of Barclay Enterprises. So, we burn the books. Beatty, nip down my cabin and get them.
Oh,
Now go on, Beatty, you get the books. That's a good lad.
Now, let's try again. You're the steward and you went ashore.
No, sir. Lieutenant Fairweather went ashore because he didn't receive the signal.
I think I've got it, sir. There was a signal asking the officer to go ashore.
Where's this officer now?
I think I just saw him creep into his cabin, sir.
Well, let's creep after him then. Who are you?
Leading Seaman Bates, sir.
That doesn't mean anything to me either. Fairweather?
Yes? I mean, who is it?
Open this door at once. I know you now, Fairweather. You blow up people's bathrooms.
I'm so sorry. No, only one, sir.
Take that damned hat off. Well, I've heard your steward's story. Lieutenant, what's your explanation of this extraordinary masquerade, eh?
Yes, well, you see, sir, I was down at the base trying to change some paint for some rum for... yeah. We thought we had plenty of time before you came aboard, and I have no explanation, sir.
Hasn't this ship got anything in the way of a normal working routine?
No, I'm sure it has, sir.
I presume the routine will be noted in the logbook, won't it?
I expect so, sir, yes.
Expect so? Don't you know so?
Well, you see...
Who's got the logbook?
Well, the bosun has it.
Flags, go and fetch it. Yes. And get properly dressed. No, not you, you fool, you.
Yes, sir.
Is that the logbook?
Yes, sir. I mean, no, sir. This is the bosun's book, sir.
That's the one the Admiral wants.
You might find that there are one or two little things there that need explaining, sir.
Wednesday, Barclay, same day, laundry. Mrs. Lake, 4 sheets, 2 pillowcases, 2 shirts.
That's one of the little things I was referring to. You see, sir...
Thursday, 4 collars, please do not starch. 1 towel missing from last week.
These laundries, they're all the same, aren't they?
What's this? PTO. Auntie Barclay's goodies? Get out of the way.
I'm so sorry, sir. Excuse me. Excuse me, sir.
What's in there?
Night stokers, sir.
Those were pigs.
Yeah, ship's mascots, actually, sir.
And what were you doing when all this was going on, eh?
Most of the time, I suppose I was in the wheelhouse, sir, putting up my rocket.
You what?
Yes, the Fairweather Falcon Mark IV. Don't you remember I told you when we were at the Admiralty? You were there, too. You remember, don't you?
You removed the wheel, the binnacle, half the superstructure. In all my 40 years in the Navy, I've never seen such diabolical duties.
Do be careful, sir. That's the starter button.
Don't change the subject.
I'm sorry. It wasn't really the lieutenant's fault, sir.
Silence! You spend your time fooling around with this junk while your crew carry on like a bunch of pirates.
If you could only thump just a little bit more to the left, please, sir.
Silence!
Yes, sir.
This time, Fairweather, I'll see you're discharged from the Navy. Do you hear that? Discharged! Great Britain, what's happened? It's discharged!
on, sir. The boys will have a bolt here any minute. It worked, didn't it, sir?
Worked? You know the penalty for thinking one of our managed ships?
It's all right, sir. We'll testify that you didn't mean to do it.
I didn't mean to do it?
Yes. Well, you pressed the button, didn't you, sir?
Well, if you leave a tomfool button sticking out...
He warned you, sir. He warned you.
What?
3 times, sir.
Flags?
I'm afraid he did, sir.
What are you villains trying to do, eh?
Can I have a private word with you? Yes, follow me. Yes.
This sounds like a dastardly conspiracy. Great heavens, we'll miss the first race.
Sir!
If you're trying to salute, man, tread water.
Yes, sir. It's well known, isn't it? It's been a bit of a struggle to keep the old Berkeley afloat, sir.
You've seen to that, all right.
No, sir, you have. Well, if we were all to up and say that the poor old girl just sank, nobody would be surprised, would they?
Oh, this sounds to me like blackmail.
Yeah, that's an ugly word, sir. Let's say, putting it in the Queen's English, you scratch my back and we'll scratch yours. Jack.
Hi, I brought some pens.
Thank you.